Hello, I'm Gator McKlusky. In late 1983, Burt Reynolds would start directing the film Stick, written by Elmore Leonard. After finishing his version in August of '84, Universal Studios demanded that Burt shoot additional scenes as they didn't like the overall tone of the movie.
Burt Reynolds, you know what I came here to ask. Candace Bergen.
I don't know if I'm ready for you, Ernest.
George Siegel and Charles Durning in Stick.
They scrapped the posters, billboards, trailers, and they brought in Joseph Stinson to rework the story. The goal was to make it more commercial, adding action scenes and a subplot with Stick's teenage daughter. It added another $3 million to the budget, a hefty amount back in 1984.
He was an ex-con trying to go straight, until the mob murdered his best friend. Now he's finding it difficult to stick to the rules.
Elmore Leonard was pretty pissed at Burt for giving in to the studio, changing their agreed-upon vision of the adaptation. So I'd like to examine with you the differences between the two versions. And hopefully together, we can get a better idea of what went wrong here. The opening 40 minutes or so of the film are mostly the same, with slight differences here and there, like this one, with Burt's character Ernest Stickley's, horrible name, exchanging dialogue with his partner Rainey, played by Jose Perez.
She reminded me of my daughter. She reminded me of Katie.
You want to see her?
No.
Huh?
No.
Why?
Guys, I want to get a job. I want to get some money. I look like a...
Okay,
like
listen.
A bum, you know?
We take that. I'm going to go see somebody now. We're going to do something. We're going to make some money, okay? All you got to do is you got to go with me, okay?
That wasn't as much a deleted scene, but the dialogue is quite different as the theatrical version spends more time developing Burt's relationship with his daughter.
Look at Katie, huh?
Yes, pretty good. When you going to go see her?
No, look. Know what it says on the back of the picture? Dear Dad, I'm trying to look sexy. Love, Katie.
You want to see her?
No.
Huh?
No, I want to...
Why?
Because I want to get a job. I want to get some money. I look like a...
Okay,
like a
listen.
bum, you know?
Stuntman turned actor Dar Robinson makes his first appearance here, and the dialogue is different in this alternate scene with Burt laughing.
Get in the back. Do me a favor, be quiet. And don't laugh. Oh, shit. Hey, Monkey. You're looking great, man. Look at you. How you doing, huh? You've been running, right? You look great. Look at you. You're in good shape. You were lifting weights, huh? Well, Monkey, I'll tell you, compared to me, you look at me. I can't do anything. Get in the back.
This next one is subtle, but you will see a slight change in the dialogue here. First, with the theatrical.
All right, get out. Hold it. I want him to take it.
What? It's okay. I'll take it. I want to say hello to Nectar anyway.
And here's the original cut.
All right, get out. Hold it. I want him to take it.
I'm just along for the ride.
It's okay. I'll take it. I want to say hello to Nectar anyway.
Stick's escape is slightly different in the original Burt cut compared to this theatrical one. You can see this extra clip of Stick hitting Moki with the broken chair. Also, Stick's bag that had the photo of his daughter Katie is never given to Nestor. Listen to the music here in this theatrical version of the training montage, featuring Stick getting into shape and Moki looking for him, and they beat up his friend Lewis as well. In Burt's original cut, you see Lewis singing this song, and it actually ends up playing over the montage, completely changing the feel for the entire sequence.
Que habrán fallado amores que hayan dejado en tu alma de esos malos ahogos.
Here we see Barry played by the great George Siegel. He leaves his boat as Stick watches, and we get to see Barry's girlfriend, Rory, who she has a larger role in the original version.
Barry! Barry, will you wait for me?
Yeah.
Barry!
Rory, Chucky will take you home. I gotta run.
At this point in the theatrical version, Chucky goes to Nestor's apartment to talk about their business dealings and how to deal with Stick.
No. That's no problem. He's gone.
Here, Stick chats with Cornell, played by Richard Lawson.
So he asked you how you made out in the joint, huh?
Yeah, just like in the movies.
That man is ridiculous. He asked me the same thing. See, let me hip you to something. What that man likes is to mess with danger without getting anything on him, see? If that man ever did any time, they'd pass him around, everybody have a piece.
Oh, I know. They'd put a dress on him and everybody'd have a dance.
That's right.
This is around the time when Stick tries on Cecil's hat in the theatrical version.
Something tells me you wouldn't have that kind of problem.
Not yet, anyway.
Holy shit.
Who belongs to this?
Cecil, the man whose job you took.
A man whose job I took?
That's right.
He doesn't drop by a lot, does he?
Here, Stick meets Mrs. Braun, Barry's wife.
Mrs. Brown, this is your new driver, Ernest Stickley.
How do you do?
Oh, how do you do?
Stickley. Is that English?
Oh, yeah. Stickley's go way back.
Yeah, I think he'll do just fine, ma'am.
In this extended scene, Candace Bergen, who plays Kyle, it's a dude's name, has to sit through Barry's lame joke.
Hi, Barry.
Hey, Rory. Sweet girl, but tough. Only broad I know kickstarts her vibrate. Look at that Dorcas. Hey, you're just gonna sit there? You're gonna open the door?
Right.
Thanks.
Would you like the back door open?
In this cutscene, Barry shows off his dark side by taking his guests around to talk to the ex-cons he hired.
There he is. Come on, folks. I'm telling you, prison is a jungle, and these guys, look, ask him anything you want. He loves it. Ask Stick. These people don't believe that you did a bit up at Jackson. Huh?
Excuse me.
Sure.
I forget it myself sometimes. Tell someone like you reminds me of it.
Well, go ahead. Tell him what it was like to do 7 years in the world's biggest slammer. Huh? Go ahead, Nancy. Ask him anything you like. He loves it.
Did you ever have to, with other convicts?
With the other convicts? Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Well, I had this chubby little roommate. Sweet little guy. Round. He worked in the kitchen. One night he brought home some Oreo margarine. And we had it, well, it's one of the most memorable nights of my entire life. He moved on, of course, but the memories linger on. You and the old man ever tried that Oreo margarine?
No, I don't think we ever have.
Well, Fred, Nancy, Ed, there's someone else I'd like you to meet. And he's just over here. There's a guy named Bob.
Thank you.
Shocking, but they cut this scene of Barry singing Frank Sinatra songs.
I like to call this part of the evening a tribute to Frank, or Mr. S, as I refer to him. Hit it, boy. A foggy day in London town had me low.
Maybe they couldn't get the rights. It's funny, here watching Burt carry a drunk Barry to bed.
So I say to Simon, the church is selling property. He don't know his match. from a scroll in the ground.
You'll be all right here?
Oh, yeah. He can sleep anywhere. And has. Oh, hey, would you mind going out to the boat? I think one of our guests is still out there, and, somebody should tell her the party's over.
Okay.
Here's another deleted scene with Stick going to talk to Kyle.
Hi.
What you doing?
I'm starving.
May I ask what you're having?
I'm just making a peanut butter sandwich. I can't stand to see those little squab with their little feet and grapes all over them. So I'm going for real American fare, not this fruity stuff.
Oh, is that Palm Beach peanut butter?
This is Skippy peanut butter. I like Palm Beach food about as much as their music.
The movie producer, Firestone, he won't be here tonight. He'll be here tomorrow night.
Oh, isn't that too bad?
Yeah, I thought you'd be crushed.
How's Barry?
Well, to be polite, he's out. Passed out. Are you putting pickles on your peanut butter?
Does it change the way you feel about me?
Somewhat, yes. But then, of course, you're beautiful and you're entitled to do whatever you like. If you want to eat something that looks that disgusting, go right ahead and eat it.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Would you have set that man on fire?
If I had to.
With water?
Hmm?
Wasn't gasoline in that can. It was plain water.
And how do you know that?
I smell the can.
Well, the gas station was 4 blocks away. It was an emergency. I had to be quick-witted, you know. So I threw water on that ape, and he went for it. If he hadn't done, he might have twisted Barry's little face off.
You're fun to watch, Stickley, you know it?
Thank you. So are you.
Could I offer you an Oreo?
I'll have to take a rain check. I promised Mrs. Braun that I would run an errand for her.
Oh. Well. If you make it fine.
Enjoy your meal.
In this cutscene, Burt goes to see Rory, Barry's mistress.
Hi.
Barry?
No. He's asleep.
What do you mean he's asleep?
He passed out. I put him to bed.
Oh, what are you doing here? I mean, how'd you know I was down here?
Well, Mrs. Braun, Barry's wife, she told me to come down here and tell you that, the party's over. She didn't want you to be stuck down here.
Diane told you that. His wife?
Yeah.
Told you to come down here to tell me that the party's over?
Mm-hmm.
Well, isn't she sweet?
Well,
You know, I don't give a good goddamn about Diane, and I don't think she really cares a whole lot about me. Damn it, all I do is wait. Well, no more. No more. Not little Rory.
not a very nice man.
Let me tell you something. Barry doesn't give a shit about anybody but himself, the little shit. Just as long as he's having a good time, he forgets all about little Rory. I'm just a big joke. I'm sorry, I've been here for 9.5 hours.
I'm sorry. You look great.
Yeah,
Fabulous.
really.
Really?
Oh, you're sweet.
Thank you.
Very sweet. Look, could you do me a favor? Do you think you could maybe give me a ride home after?
Sure.
Did you ever tell me your name?
No.
Oh, well, whoever you are, you're very good.
Oh, thank you.
You're very good.
Thank you.
And you know, this is a very nice touch, the tie.
Oh, yeah.
You always wear that?
No, it slipped my mind. I guess I was in kind of a rush.
Mm-hmm. Not too fast.
So this is around the time where the two films really start going in different directions. Starting here with Stick and Kyle, working on their master plan to swindle Chucky out of $100,000.
Now, if each investor invested $100,000, that would mean the movie...
That you could make a $3.5 million movie.
Oh, woof.
Do you have one in mind?
Well, I have a title in mind. Scam.
Perfect.
Don't you want to hear the rest of my ideas?
Don't you want to hear mine?
Here we see the legendary actress Annie Potts, who you might remember from Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters, what do you want?
Take care, all right?
Annie was completely removed from the theatrical version of Stick.
No, Leo, you are an asshole.
She plays Jane, the movie producer's secretary.
Could you give me a ride?
Sure.
Are you actually reading this?
Yeah.
You're not really a chauffeur, are you?
Well, not in real life, no.
I'd make you out any day as an undercover cop. I think half those guys at that meeting today are dealers. And that you're there to get the dope on the dopers.
Bingo.
Leo Norman Firestone. Give me a break. Can you believe this piece of shit? I mean, I have had it up to here with Leo. He pays me the brick. I'm going back to L.A.
He's on his way to New York.
for a couple of days.
You're gonna be left all alone.
I really don't have a choice. And all I do is wait for that asshole.
Now, while Stick and Jane talk, Moki takes a shot at Stick's car.
You remember a fellow named Chucky?
That creep? I thought you were a nice guy.
I am a nice guy. And when he calls you, you say, "Good morning, Norman Enterprises. Mr. Firestone's not here right now. He's out looking for places to shoot his new movie."
Scouting locations.
Yeah, that's what they call it, scouting locations. The name of the movie is Scam.
Jesus Christ. You're not an undercover cop. You're a crook.
Yeah.
The theatrical cut included this long scene between Stick and his daughter, Katie. followed by this action scene ending with Stick flushing the urinal on this guy's head. It's a great moment. After that, Moki goes after Stick in this exciting car chase sequence. Now, the original Burt cut features this exchange between Chucky, played by the great Charles Durning, and Moki, followed by that very same car chase scene that happens much earlier in the theatrical cut.
You saw him? And you only shot the glass? Boy, you are dumb. Jesus.
You wanted him scared.
Well, come over. You could make yourself some money. See, you don't think, you just...
Chucky Poo.
Here, Stick calls Chucky with an offer to get Moki off his back.
Yeah.
Chucky?
Uh-huh.
Stick.
Don't hang up, fat man. I want you to get Moke off my ass. If you don't, I'm going to kill him. And you know I can't afford that kind of trouble. Work it out, Chucky. When you do, I got something you might be interested in.
Like what?
I got a movie deal for you.
Are you putting me on? What kind of movie deal?
Lots and lots of money.
Yeah? Wait a minute. Why are you doing this?
Oh, come on. You know why I'm doing it. I'm not going back to the joint for that bunny-eyed bastard.
Who's in this? That little prick Barry in it?
Yep. But if you tell him I got you in it, I'm out of a job, so you got to keep it quiet. Okay?
What's the name of the movie?
Scam.
Are you kidding me?
Listen, Chucky, it's loaded with nude ladies.
Yeah? Where's the production office?
Fontainebleau Hotel, room 204, Norman Enterprises.
If you're interested, I'll be at Frankie's after 4 o'clock.
Sure, okay. I'll see you there.
That's it. I mean, that's it. If he's late one more time, that's it. You know when I say that's it, that's it.
And another great scene between Stick and Barry left on the editing room floor.
Could I ask you a question?
Sure.
Where is the blue uniform?
Sorry?
I distinctly remember after breakfast saying to you, I am taking the blue car.
Oh.
Now, if I say to you, we are taking the white car, then I want to see the white uniform. If I say to you, we are taking the blue car, that's when you wear the blue uniform. And when I say we are taking the tan car, that's when you wear the tan uniform.
Of course. Possibly we should change cars.
Now, isn't this a blue car kind of day?
Yep.
Now, where were we?
Recombinate DNA as in biotechnology? You understand that?
Gene splicing.
Hey, would you roll up that window?
Transplanting genetic characteristics from one cell to another.
Oh, maybe you might enjoy the air.
Well, what do we got air conditioning for crying out loud? Right. What the hell happened there?
Maybe a stone hit it.
A stone hit it.
It's all right, I hear you fine.
You want to pull up the privacy window? Okay.
Next, Chucky visits Jane, one of the several cut scenes featuring Annie Potts.
It's a private deal. That's all I know.
When's Leo gonna make the pitch?
Well, there is no presentation. Mr. Firestone has asked Barry, Mr. Braun, to contact the investors.
This isn't the same one. That shuck and jive BS.
No. Not really.
What's the name of it?
I'm not at liberty to say.
No good for you. What's the name of it?
Scam.
Scam. You don't have much there, do you? You should have an operation. Get yourself a set of double Ds.
This bank scene was also cut from Burt's first version of the film.
Mr. Marino.
Yes.
I'm from Norman Enterprise.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Now, let's see. What type of business is it, Mr. Norman?
Mr. Stickley.
Oh, I beg your pardon. Oh, yes, it is Mr. Stickley, and the company's Norman Enterprises.
Correct.
Well, let's see. Now, what is it you do?
Here's a little more back and forth with Stick and Chucky about that movie deal.
Charlie and Buck?
Charlie and Buck, yeah. It's much funnier now. Much funnier, Chucky. There's a lot more sex.
Yeah?
Yeah. Now, all you have to do is put up $100,000 and get your name up there on the screen. Associate producer. What do you say?
How come I didn't get one of these before?
Leo told Barry he didn't want anybody involved in this deal that had ever been mixed up in drugs, you know. This is going to be a clean deal. Picture's going to make a lot of money.
What do you get out of this?
You ever spend any time in a joint?
I'd eat a 38 first.
Inside, sometimes you do favors for people. So they don't set you on fire when you're sleeping. Piss in your food just before you eat it. I just want to be left alone from now on. If you don't want to get involved with this deal, just let me know.
Take it easy. I went over there, saw the one with no tits.
Jane. Nice girl.
She tells me Barry's getting the investors together.
I don't know what to tell you. They don't consult with me. Where are you going?
Hello? Can you tell me if Norman Enterprises has an account with you? Thank you. Oh, their bank.
How'd you get that?
It's in there.
Come on.
Bank on Los Olas Boulevard.
Oh. You got a scheme, haven't you?
I might.
Huh? I don't see it, Chucky.
Well, you sign the form in here, take it to their office.
Yeah?
After I put $100,000 in their account, cash.
Cash?
Can you see anybody giving back $100,000?
That'd be hard.
Hey, how about one of these, huh?
Oh, sure. Celebrate with you.
What do we got here?
Shrimp.
Shrimp.
You like shrimp?
Oh, really?
Yeah?
Hmm.
Jacques Cousteau says you shouldn't eat shrimp.
Why?
Scavengers.
Scavengers? What's that?
Well, they clean up the bottom of the ocean, you know? They eat shit. All right. Let me get a car for you?
No, we may be a while yet. Barry's changing.
Oh.
Wow. How are you and Firestone getting along?
He went back to New York.
You know, if they'd turn this movie around, make it a comedy,
Call it scam?
Change those two guys around.
How about Charlie and Buck?
Just like it says in here. Sounds like a winner.
I think I'll go. I'm gonna see how Barry's doing. He thinks nobody loves him.
They don't.
But I'll be right back.
Well, feel better now?
I used to be quick, man. I can't cut it no more. I'm gonna get a haircut and some wingtips. Think of something halfway respectable. Tell you something. This pays anything. I'll give you the 5,000. How's that?
Oh. You know, deep down, you're just a big, lovable guy.
Yeah. I try to be. Here's to it. 100,000.
So different. Now that scene is followed by Chucky depositing money at the bank.
100,000 exactly.
I'm in showbiz.
Oh, really? Swell.
I can't believe he fell for it. He actually believed you.
Here we see another exchange between Stick and Kyle about that scam.
Not even our leader would believe such a scheme.
The greedy ones are always easy, you ought to know that.
And when he finds out it's a swindle?
The movies are a risky business.
Well, he's not simply just going to accept it, is he? What's he going to do?
I don't know. Cry?
He could kill you, for Christ's sake.
No.
I didn't worry about it before because I never thought he'd fall for it. If he threatens you, I'm going to tell him.
What?
I'm going to tell him something. I haven't worked it out yet.
Well, if it gets real scary, I'll give him back the money. Not all of it, of course, just some of it.
Now Chucky realizes he was swindled here in this scene from the original cut.
They didn't go out to lunch, huh?
You ever get the feeling that somebody rented a rotor-rooter, shoved it up your kazoo, and it's going right up to your brain? Oh.
Watch as Barry shouts at Stick after he drives off. Another scene cut from the theatrical release.
Just mention my name, because in South Florida, Barry Braun is king! Don't nick the car. Hey, don't nick the car!
So as we approach these two very different endings, keep an eye on Burt's mustache and hair. The reshoots were done after Burt had recovered from his injury on the set of City Heat. He appears a little thinner and doesn't seem to be playing the character exactly the same way. And this was shot more than a year later.
Sneak up behind me.
The final scene with Chucky and Moki falling from the building are pretty much exactly the same. But Burt's cut ends there with Kyle leaving Stick.
I'm afraid I was right. I don't think I'm ready for you.
In the theatrical version, Moki's fall is followed by this scene at Nestor's home, and it's one of the main additions to the story that wasn't in Burt's vision.
Good evening. Don't even think about it.
So it's basically a completely different ending, filled with this violent shootout. having to save his kidnapped daughter.
Kitty, you okay?
I'm all right, Dad.
The final showdown is where you might see differences in Burt's appearance compared to his previous scenes shot before the injury. Now, as the film ends, the Anne Murray song, "I Don't Think I'm Ready for You," plays over the end credits for both versions. The problem with that song is it was meant for the original Burt cut, and it doesn't make sense with the theatrical. Now that Stick and Kyle, now they're happy together.
Don't think I'm ready for you.
So what did we learn from all of this? I've spoken to friends who were first introduced to Burt's original cut in the late 80s when it aired in the UK. Most of Europe also got this original cut. Now they seem to embrace it as the better version, while folks like me like the grittier, more violent theatrical version that most of us were first introduced to. The Burt cut feels to me more like a made-for-TV movie, and I found myself a little bored at times, missing the action scenes, especially the shootout at Nestor's home in the end. Seeing it after all these years is great, and I always love getting my hands on these alternate versions to dissect. Stick is a film I like a lot, but I found it a little uneven and messy at times. Clearly, this was the result of a studio interfering with the vision of the filmmaker and the writer. It would be great if someone could make the ultimate version of these two cuts and give us something more polished, less scattered. Be sure and let me know your thoughts in the comments about this Burt Reynolds classic. I'm really curious what fans of the movie have to say and what version you prefer. I'd keep an eye out for a future Burt Reynolds story chapter where I'll again touch on this film and how difficult this time period was for the late great Burt Reynolds. So I'll see you next time. For now, Gator, out. Hold on! Watch for new movie reviews and documentary series. Don't forget to subscribe and click on that bell so you know when new reviews arrive.